The showbiz world can be a tough place, and for some celebs a quiet life out of the spotlight can be more desirable than the joys fame and fortune can bring. Some have even turned their backs on their glittering careers to embrace a completely different lifestyle, such as former Strictly Come Dancing champion Brendan Cole. Brendan, 47, his wife Zoe and their daughters Aurelia, 10, and Dante, 4, have left the UK behind in favour of sunny Spain. The move has not been straight sailing though, as they are still waiting to move into their dream home, but that doesn't stop the family relocating. Brendan says he and his clan are living in a tent while they wait for their abode to be fit for the family of 4. The former Strictly Pro described the move as a moment of madness and said they feared they might have to return if the weather got too hot in their makeshift home. Here, we take a look at some other famous faces who have managed to fade away from the limelight for a more peaceful life. Jason Gardner, famous for his harsh remarks and vicious criticism of contestants, Dancing on Ice's Jason has succeeded in quitting showbiz altogether and is now an eco-warrior living in a small village in Portugal. The Australian star even lived in a tent for 3 months while building homes for refugees, after vowing to free himself from the toxic celeb life. "It took me a while to decompress from it, I'll be honest," Jason told the Irish Mirror. Cameron Diaz shot to worldwide fame thanks to her starring role in the 1994 comedy The Mask opposite Jim Carrey, and she went on to enjoy a hugely successful Hollywood career. Best known for her roles in There's Something About Mary, Charlie's Angels and voicing Princess Fiona in the Shrek animated franchise, Cameron quietly decided to take a step back from her glittering 20-year career. Her last starring role was in the big-screen adaptation of the musical Annie in 2014, and she told Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop podcast last year she quit Hollywood and found peace in my soul. Cameron married Good Charlotte rocker Benji Madden in 2015, and the couple welcomed their first child, daughter Radix, in December 2019. Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie was the teen heartthrob in the late 1990s, thanks to his roles in slasher flick I Know What You Did Last Summer back in 1997, and the hugely successful rom-com She's All That in 1999. However, Freddie's Hollywood career took a nosedive after a string of ill-advised flops such as Down to You and Boys and Girls. After starring alongside his wife Sarah Michelle Gellar in the Scooby-Doo movies, which were a box office hit but were panned by critics, Freddie headed for TV screens with a role in 24, opposite Kiefer Sutherland. But he quit Hollywood after appearing in Season 8 of the thrilling drama series, as he claimed leading man Kiefer was terrible to work with, calling him the most unprofessional dude in the world. He then decided to be a stay-at-home dad to his and Sarah's 2 kids, daughter Charlotte and son Rocky, and later began working behind the scenes for World Wrestling Entertainment. Freddie also released a cookbook, called Back to the Kitchen, in 2016, and has had small voice roles in video games and movies, including Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Kirk Norcross. The Only Way Is Essex star turned his back on the trappings of fame in 2020, and confessed showbiz turned him into a monster, prompting him to quit the ITV2 show and embrace a more normal life. Kirk said he was even approached by ITV bosses, who wanted to make a TV show focusing on the original members of TOWIE, but he refused to be a part of it, and is now much happier running his own business. The dad of 2 is owner of NotJet Services in Essex, and told The Sun he's happier washing driveways than walking red carpets. Kirk, who tragically lost his dad Mick to suicide earlier this year, said fame can be a very brutal environment, and now he can earn a living with a bigger smile on my face. Jimmy Mystery. Former EastEnders and Coronation Street star Jimmy has found peace in the countryside after shunning his celebrity lifestyle and retraining as a chef. Jimmy and his wife, former Strictly Come Dancing pro Flavia Kakis, decided to up sticks and relocate from Surrey to North Devon, where they run their own farm. The couple, who met when they were paired up on Strictly in 2010, also launched a personal training and nutrition business last year, which has prompted Jimmy to follow his dreams to become a chef. The East is East star told the Yorkshire Post that cooking was one of his obsessions, and he went to train at Leith's School of Food and Wine in 2015, where he passed the course with flying colours. I had been an actor for over 20 years, travelled the world and experienced pretty much everything an actor could, from Hollywood to soap and everything in between. But I knew I needed a change, Jimmy explained. Frankie Muniz. The child star was the darling of Hollywood in the early 2000s, thanks to his role as Malcolm Wilkerson in the hit U.S. sitcom Malcolm in the Middle, alongside Bryan Cranston. Frankie enjoyed a successful movie career too, starring in films such as My Dog Skip, Agent Cody Banks, and Big Fat Liar, but his career stalled when he tried to make the transition from kids' movies to more grown-up flicks. After starring in box office flop Extreme Movie, opposite Michael Cera, Frankie decided to quit Hollywood and become a professional race car driver instead. I really love racing and this is what I want to do right now and for the next 2 years, he told BBC News about his drastic career change. He said he would return to acting in 2 or 3 years, but his plans were shattered when he broke his back in a racing accident, and he discussed his recovery as he took part in Dancing with the Stars in 2017, as he complained he had the body of a 71-year-old. It was then revealed Frankie had been suffering from many strokes throughout his life, with the first one occurring when he was just 7 years old, and because of that, he had severe memory loss, and is unable to remember moments from his career. I only know what it's like to be me, and if I don't let it bother me, I just try to live the most fulfilling, best life I can, he told People in 2019.